Okay, there we go. What's up?
Look, hey.
Finally,
I'm
we get to finally we get to have a sit down and you know 3 years in the making.
alright, finally.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Oh shoot, I'm okay. I'm just making it. I'm maintaining and stuff like that. I'm not really having a good month, but I'm thugging it.
Aw, it's okay.
Yeah.
I always remember to look up, not around.
Oh, no doubt. You got to look up because that's the only way up is up. So, yeah, welcome to the show.
Yay.
So, yeah, you finally what episode 691?
Ooh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I really wanted to, of course, interview you, but also just talk about just adversity and stuff like that. Just what you had to overcome and what you had to go through and stuff like that. But first, let's go all the way to the beginning.
okay.
Yeah, so what was your upbringing was like?
So pretty much, I was raised by my mom. She was married and everything like that, but it just kind of seemed like I still was basically raised by her. I would say it was pretty rough, but I was brought up in the Lord, so that was pretty much like it played a big part.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in the hood, Dayton, the north side of Flint, which is the worst side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy because I grew up in Saginaw, East Side, then I moved to the South Side and stuff like that. And I won't say that I lived in the hood. It was pretty much in between, but I had like a safe street and stuff like that. Like when all of us would play and stuff and like hours and then we would just go home. It was just we was like very close knit community and I really miss that because nowadays our neighborhoods aren't really close knit. It's more like I'm a stay over here and you stay over there type thing. I really miss that. I was just, saying that, but
Or, or riding
Mhm.
bikes, playing football outside.
So you was like a tomboy, pretty much
I-
playing with the big boys and stuff.
Yes.
I could, I could see that too.
Days. Just out with the boys. Just basically became a product of my environment. I was like dead smack in Dayton, so just befriending the wrong type of people, incorporating myself in the wrong things.
Hmm.
Um, and
Oh, okay.
the daddy's girl, like my dad was a drug dealer, like a major drug dealer. And he always wanted a son, so I feel like he kind of projected that on me and just kind of like raised me as like a boy. So that also didn't help.
Okay. So it just made you pretty much aware of your surroundings and made you strong, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's just like every time I see you or every time I see your statuses and stuff like that, I could tell you have some street smarts just by how you talk. So, but it's but ain't nothing wrong with it. I would rather have like a woman who is street smart so she can be able to read people that I can't read because that's just really important because you just never know who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Hmm. But yeah, I just wanted to just ask you, since you're a rapper and stuff like that, I had to come with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what you could tell us about what got you into that and who influenced you into that?
So pretty much I started rapping when I was 6 years old, which kind of tied into like the tomboy
Hmm.
thing. Um, I used to do beats like with pencils and pens. Like I was the one in class that was making the beats on the desk and everything like that. And then somebody was just like freestyle, and I freestyled to it. And then ever since I started writing when I was 10, Ti pretty much inspired me to write music. So from then I just been into it.
Yeah, because usually it'd be like a phase to certain people. Because it was a phase with me. Because I was trying to rap and stuff like that with my friends and stuff. But I just now, found my lane. But when did you was just like, okay, I really want to do this now, and no looking back,
I
basically.
would
When was that?
say my drive for music. Like I'm very musically inclined.
Hmm.
So my love for music just basically made me feel like that.
Okay, okay.
And
Because I see.
everybody was like, "You so dope! Like you know how to rap." So
Yeah, because I seen some of your footage, from your old battles and stuff like that, and it was just kind of like you was the only female most of the time, but you held your own because you know how majority of the time, like when those battles be like airing and stuff like that, it'd be a whole bunch of men, a whole bunch of. It's like you were a gladiator type thing, like you were in a damn pit or something like that with the most filthy animals and stuff like that, and you just fighting, you know what I'm saying? But I used to watch them. I used to like, okay, she aggressive, you know what I'm saying? She ain't taking no shit. So I used to watch that shit. I was like, okay, she cold with that shit. So
thank
I mean,
you.
I just, you just can't help but to pay attention, and I pay attention to just a whole lot of people that I find interesting and stuff. So, please excuse me.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. But so did you have ever like got close as far as like the music, just with shows and albums, LPs?
Well, this is the thing. Sadly, so I got in the studio for the first time when I was maybe like 13.
Hmm.
And it started off with just unprofessionalism. Like, I'm 13 years old. If I'm going in there saying, "Oh, I rap, I want to do music," they didn't take me serious being so young. Like, they just was like, "This is just a kid session," you know?
Hmm.
And as I got older, like being 15, 16, 17, the producers came sexually. They made their advances, and I told every last one of them no and kept my music. So it kind of just made me feel like, no, it just kind of like pushed me away, honestly. Because people be like, where are your songs? Like, where's the music? And they like, you was always in the studio, but the producers kept them.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to go through that because no one deserves to be violated like that and stuff. It's just, some people will do anything to get on, and it's nice to know that you have integrity and stuff. So, but yeah, um,
Yeah, like even now I've been asked by people to get on some songs and stuff like that, and I don't mind. It's just the reason why I just kind of like be real hesitant is because I just feel like men don't know how to separate business and pleasure.
hmm.
Because I started rapping at a time where there wasn't many female rappers,
Right,
so I feel like coming in, they're like, okay, this is a girl. Like usually when I interact with women, it's on different terms, but she coming in here trying to rap. I just felt like they couldn't separate the two.
yeah, and that's very unfortunate because you just don't know who you miss out on when you mix business with pleasure. Because regardless of what I do offline, that's offline. But when I'm here, my game face on, I'm locked in. I'm basically being very respectful and stuff like that with my guests and stuff. And I had a whole lot of beautiful women approach my platform and stuff. But we have conversations. We actually communicate with each other. We don't have any type of animosity and stuff like that because a lot of people are just like, oh, you're just very easy to talk to. You're very understanding, and I'm like, yeah, like, I'm very professional and I'm concerned, especially just because I realize that people are doing me a good service by sharing their testimonies with me and stuff. And I cherish the stories and I learn from the stories and actually go back and watch these stories when I'm having a bad time and just really reflect on things. So, but yeah, that's good. That's good. So, um, how about you tell us, 'cause I know that you're a mother and stuff like that. So, was motherhood like a hard transition for you?
Absolutely. And that was another setback too, as far as music. Having kids, it was very difficult. As a lot of people know, those who don't know,
Hmm.
like with my first daughter's dad, he basically used me. Well, both, but it was just like very unfortunate. Like he told me he got me pregnant on purpose, because I'm fine, and it just was a sad situation. Um, he also just lied about a whole bunch of things, like a lot of deception. Like he lied about his age, his religion, how many kids he had. I ended up finding out I was the sixth baby mother. Um, so yeah.
God damn, six? Shit. No, but I ain't passing no judgment, but six?
Six.
Hell no. That's
That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. And it's so sad because it's like I had none. So of course, as a man, if you want to come to me, if you tell me you have six children, really anyone, like they would. You know what I'm saying? Because I was 19 and he was like 30 something. So it's like, why would I take on five of your kids to my none and, just a lot of things. So, but it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I would never say kids is an accident or a mistake. They always a blessing. It's just messed up how they get here most of the time, and most of the case we just, you know, we regret what we have them by. But when it comes to kids, I cherish and love kids because they're so innocent,
Hmm.
you know, and I just always wondered about what it would be like to be a parent because I don't have any kids and stuff. Thank God I was spared just with, well, I won't say with that responsibility because I wasn't ready. Because I was a kid, I was about to have my first kid at 20 before, and luckily, she miscarried, and it was terrible. But I sit back and think about like, damn, like, thank God I didn't have no kid with that woman because she would have put me through a lot of
Yeah.
pain and turmoil. I probably would have been off child support by now. So, but I making it about me. But I just
Yeah,
when
basically
you young,
what you knew then. I mean, basically, if you knew what you knew now, it just wouldn't even have been, close to a situation
oh
then.
hell yeah, because I would have been in chip off the old block. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad wasn't there for me, and not saying that I would have not tried, but it just would have been because it was just like a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I can truly relate to what you're saying because at the time I was in love, but she wasn't in love with me. But it just was like a terrible thing because tragedy and like trials and tribulations get you in the mix with the wrong types of people
Absolutely.
and And I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? I was going to school, I was homeless, I was living with my grandmother, and I was staying with her and stuff like that. So I was just going through the notions of just trying to survive and just trying to just get by, and it just wouldn't have worked with a kid involved. So luckily, God knew what was best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then I, my youngest daughter dad, just the abuse, the deception. So I pretty much didn't even have it. I just always say, the devil has his plots and plans. People are a vessel. So, of course I know how to hold accountability. Now I do be saying with my oldest daughter dad, I don't see how, like, I just don't see accountability really on my part that I have to hold because he literally lied about his age. Like, if you tell me right now how old you are, I would believe you. There would be no reason for me to not believe you because you're grown, you're an adult, and I just would expect for you to have the decency to let me know how old you are. If I ask you how many kids you are, no matter how embarrassing it may be, at least have some decency to let me know the amount. It's like be fair.
Hmm.
I wasn't given a fair chance. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it happens because people be con artists out here. People be master manipulators, and it just be shocking when you think that you met this terrific person, and then all of a sudden that mask falls off, and you just stuck. You be like, but the whole time they're mirroring you, and my I would say for my experiences, what I'm saying, just by me being me and just by me experimenting and stuff like that, I have fell for and been with, I would say, a few narcissists and stuff. And it's really worse when they pretty and stuff like that because nobody would ever think they just abusive, you know what I'm saying? And I was going through like being hit on and being attacked and stuff like that. And it was just more like, because they would get you to that point where like they start making comments and stuff like that. So they got to ruin your self esteem first in order for them to um, have you vulnerable
exactly.
and stuff. And then that's when they put their hands on you and stuff.
Mhm.
But it just really be crazy because I know like society like to think that it just happened to women, but it happens to us a lot, men. But we don't want to say anything because everybody's like, "Oh, you a man, and
Mm.
how could you let a woman put their hands on you and stuff like that?" Like, well, who gonna believe me? First of all, then second of all, if I put my hands on her, all she gotta do is say I'm the abuser, and I'll lose everything and get locked up. So, and it was just bad, like, cause I ain't never had no one. Well, I never had a woman punch me in my face my whole life except my sister. Me and my sister used to go at it. She's my older sister, by the way. Everybody, I don't just fight my little sister and nothing like that. But my big sister, she was like, man, she fought like a dude, so she fought dudes. So she was always strong and stuff like that. But to make a long story short, like I had moved her into my crib. I was trying to help her. She didn't have anything. And I was just trying to like, really look into the potential and stuff like that and just really just encourage her because she was going through a rough patch. But then it just was like she was destroying my foundation, and you can't let somebody that just walked into your life and destroy everything you worked for because it takes time to accumulate just resources and things. And when you have nice things as well, people just think that money grows on trees, but you really worked hard for it because you didn't have no silver spoon in your mouth, and you pretty much worked and you bought everything that you own. So I appreciate things that I got, and she was just coming in here. Remember, she had broke my lamp, and she was just like, ah. Well, go get another one and stuff. Like, bitch, I can't get no another lamp. That's $200 some dollars. Like, but it was just like that first sign, and it was just like other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Being just very disrespectful, but it just kind of all hit me like an avalanche because she was so graceful, she was sweet, she was polite. The first couple days that I met her, introduced me to her mother. I met her kids and stuff like that. So I really thought like I found the one. I
Mm,
found my match.
that'd be something.
And I was like so caught up and just really was like I wanted to spend the rest of my life with this person, and then this person ended up being a demon in disguise. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? And you really be feeling like, damn, like it's my fault. You know, what did I do to get caught up like this? But it happens to everybody because that's what those type of people do. And people don't think they exist out here, but they're wrong. And I just tell people keep living. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? You discovered one, but you didn't, or you couldn't de- detect it, but you discovered one because they
e-
everywhere.
everywhere, literally. Even in the
Mm-hmm.
family.
Shit, parents and siblings and
Yeah.
everybody, but it's just when you like chosen
Hmm.
by God, you just know it because you're different. You know what I'm saying? You march to the beat of your own drum. You don't get involved in the family politics, or you don't agree with certain things that everybody does. And so everybody consider you like an outcast. They will make sure that they leave you out of certain things and stuff like that because they would kind of feel like you like a buzzkill or something, like a mood killer. And I'm like, no, like I'm just not going to, follow behind you. I'm doing me because I just never felt like I was understood or something like that. No one can understand me or something like that. But it's all good. I don't be tripping
We come
because
up on top.
oh yeah, yeah, because just what I've been doing now, I know I'm special because nobody in my family ever like had a business besides my grandfather. Because my grandfather owned his own fish market, so since then it just haven't really been any bosses or entrepreneurs or anyone that's equipped to make it to the next level because we were just always taught to work and die or work and pay bills and die, but it just no one ever really just took a leap of faith and just started something and it worked. So, but yeah, I just wanted to talk to you and stuff like that because I'm really proud of you. I really just admire just your hard work, your grind, your hustle. You an entrepreneur yourself with the closing and etc. But
Better.
hey, I was just gonna speaking cold,
Right.
but you about your money. You know what I'm saying? I just admire that about you because it just the dating era nowadays and stuff. And I wanted to ask you about that. It's just how you feel about that type of stuff.
Jenny, stop, boo boo. What's wrong with the computer? Huh? The computer, boo boo. She should sit up here telling me she want to say hey. Quit, boo boo. Well, so what question you got for me pertaining?
Like, do you think that dating expectations and stuff like that being watered down, and like how would you feel about just the kind of men that approach you on a daily basis and stuff like that?
Well, I know I always seem like I hate men. But I
Yes.
think be like, I be so honest because it be truth. You know what I'm saying? So you have perspective and you have truth, and I just be feeling like what I speak truth is just all about, manipulation. Like, people know the truth. Like I feel like men know the truth. They would just rather manipulate, you know what I'm saying, to get their way. It's all about getting their way. But as far as like the men that approach me, I get approached by all types of men. It's just I have four things that a man has to be in order for me to be with him, which is he has to be a man of God, meaning like Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
to be a provider, which means, it's not all about money, but he has to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with that, he has to have, car, crib, job, and or career,
Mm-hmm.
and also a great personality. So it's like I'll meet one, but they don't meet the whole criteria. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also it just nobody's perfect, man, and you never know someone's story, and I really hate just you for me, for example, like I had to start over a whole bunch of times, and what I'm saying, but I'm never would give up on myself, and I work and I got money, I got my own everything, so it's just when you run across certain people, they don't meet their demands as well. You know what I'm saying? They just want somebody to take care of them. They lack ambition and stuff, and it just everybody be following the internet formats and internet expectations, but they don't live like that for real. It's just a wishy-washy uh, mindset, and it just causing us to go against each other. And I love women, regardless of what they be saying and what they do, how they can conduct themselves. I love women. You know what I'm saying? I'm a heterosexual male, but it just be outlandish of the things that is required for somebody like me. But you don't want to like compromise. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all
Okay.
we all need each other.
Mhm.
We all need because it's an agenda going on with trying to depopulate the world and stuff like that. And we all fight in the same battles, regardless of sex and gender. We all fight in white supremacy and stuff. And a lot of people don't know what white supremacy is. They can't digest that. And we are going at war with, what I'm saying, it's not physical, it's psychological, it's spiritual and stuff. And we got to learn how to love each other because everybody, know what I'm saying, despite our timelines and our the friends we have on Facebook, our followers, subscribers, and stuff like that, all of them isn't black. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them different colors that come from different walks of life. So when they see us being at each other's throats, they don't think we can get along. You know what I'm saying? They think we hate each other. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not black. Look at them arguing with each other. They hate each other. But I just think that, people just need to compromise. Because you're going to have to give something up when you're with somebody. You can't be 100% you, you know what I'm saying? It's some habits that you have to quit. It's some things that you have to, new hobbies, new everything. You will have to match your mate and stuff like that. And I have no problem matching whoever I'm with because I want to please them, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Not just sexually, but
that's
just
why
every aspect.
yeah, like I agree. Like that's why I always this be my main thing. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, everybody should okay. So there's women like me who I require provision, which isn't a bad thing, as it's made out to be. Um I'm sorry, hold on, I just lost my point. So there's women women like me who believe in that, like, no 50-50, it has to be provision. And then there's women that also believe in 50-50. So I just feel like men should find those type of women rather than go after women like me and just say, this is how you should be, because that's bringing me down, you know? So, it's just a lot of women that, like they say, I want a natural woman who don't wear this, don't wear that, and then they'll approach me. And it's like, this doesn't align with what you want. So I feel like they like what they want. They just looking at it through their eye lens and they feel like it's not possible to provide. So just because it's not, you don't feel like it's possible to provide doesn't mean that that's not how it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, go with your preference, but it's just nowadays, since our preference or our thoughts are social now, they just think that we talking about everybody, but we're not. We're just talking about the ones that we experienced and stuff. And I experienced pretty much every woman from the career woman to the prostitute. So I experienced a little bit of everything because was living for a minute. I've been here 36 years, so I was able to just wander into the wilderness and stuff. And I would just never. Okay, you back? I can't hear you. I think you on mute. Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I know what was going on.
No, but what I was saying was I was, able to just meet every woman from different walks of life, and I always treated them the same, regardless of who they were or what kind of job they have. But some women just think that when it comes to certain men, like they think every man supposed to be the same. But I always been a hard worker. I'm not lazy. I'm very smart. I'm very intellectual and stuff like that. I can cook my ass off. I love to do yard work. I'm good with my hands and stuff like that. But it just comes when it's not good enough for certain people. But I just can't be that type of guy that just
Somebody who,
can just.
um,
You said what?
that's why you gotta find somebody who feel like it's good enough. Like you are where you are, then you gotta find somebody who feel like, you know what, this is everything to me.
Oh, I won't say that like I haven't or never ran across someone who was
No, I'm just
good.
general, not you. I'm just saying like in general.
Oh
Like
yeah,
when I say you, I'm not talking about you will.
I
Just
mean that's fine too. But no, but I just what to give an indication of just just giving you from a man's point of view, a guy point of view like myself, because I would say I'm a good man. I just don't take any mess, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been through so much in my life. Like, I know pain. I don't need any more. I got enough on my plate. I've been through some real shit that a lot of people cannot or will not come back from and stuff. But right now, I'm just looking for peace. I'm looking for stability as well, just as a woman like yourself, And I know that you're young, but you was able to mature a lot earlier. But I would say at your age, I didn't go through nothing yet. I was just living carefree and just minding my business and just roaming around, stuff like that. But I was able to grow up without having to go to prison, get shot, like majority of us and the black community has to go through in order for us to wake up. But it just took me to lose my dad and my brother and my grandparents and a little bit of everybody for me to really realize how life is short. So
Mhm.
you better better get your shit together before you die. You be at the same place, you know what I'm saying, that you want more out of life. And I just be asking a whole lot of questions to people that I know because they look at the show and they look at, oh, you must be just happy that you doing this and stuff. Like, no, because at first I was very determined to just make my show just for the local people. Then the local people wasn't supporting me, and just a whole bunch of hate, people standing me up and stuff like that. So I went out of town and stuff like that and started to venture off into different regions and stuff like that, and just really stepping outside the box. And I wanted to teach history. I wanted to teach our people who we really are, who we truly are, the real Indians and stuff like that, which I did and stuff, and just teaching other things and just really just giving my origin story because I don't want people to think I'm a character or a gimmick. You know, I'm a real guy that been through a lot and shit. I even cried on my show. That's how I really was because that shit ain't nothing to play with. That depression shit is really real, and everybody doesn't make it out of that stronger. So I just wanted to just be able to help my people, but then it just hurts when your people be the main ones that's trying to stop you, trying to
Mm.
pull you under or pull you back into the barrel that you're trying to climb out of, and it's difficult because it's like you ain't never thought that it would get like this to the point of like, you know, you have you just your friends and your family just ignore your success, but let you rob a bank, let you um, be in a gang, and let you do all these low vibrational shit. You would get all the support. You would get a party on your way out of jail before you get a party for starting a business, so you get a congratulations. So
Mm.
it gets tough, you know. It's really stressful, you know, when you putting yourself out there. You know, you becoming a brand. You know, there's certain things that you can't do anymore. Some people you can't associate with anymore. So it took a lot of adjusting, but I handled it and stuff. So, but yeah, let me get back to questioning you because I'll go all day. But yeah, so with with your life now, are you pleased with how you turned out?
I mean, I would say yeah and no. Of course, you know what I'm saying. There's things that I've been through, things
Mm-hmm.
that I do that I'm just not like oh so proud of. Um, but I'm just thankful for my mentality, like pretty much just knowing that like time is now. So whatever it is that I want to do, you know, do it. Don't procrastinate. Get to that point. If it's something that I don't like, actually do it and make the changes instead of sitting around thinking about it. Like actually make the steps to make it happen. So yeah. I mean, I would say I have what I want, just not a live man. But like that for years. Like I've had my own for years. The only thing I just don't have is just a man.
Yeah, I mean, you still young though. Don't beat yourself up about that. Like, cause cause I used to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anybody for me type thing? But you still young. Like, you have a lot.
It'll come when it come,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Don't even sweat that shit. Cause I learned that when you wait, that's when the right person will come. And I'm waiting because I'm tired of chasing ungrateful people and motherfucking entitled people and shit. Because I just feel like when you chase, it just shows like that you're not patient, and then you get into the wrong type of situation. And a lot of times, like,
But do
you know, God be.
you pursue?
You said what?
Do you pursue?
Um, well, now I don't have to, but I used to, but I don't have to now. But I'm just chilling, I'm busy focusing on my purpose because people will notice you. Like you don't have to pursue anybody if you focus on yourself. You focus on building yourself up. That's when people will start coming to you
Mm,
because it's been crazy. Because I've been this person this whole time, but I just never put myself out there. But just like the stars and the celebrities that I've talked to and the episodes and the local rappers and just been like this is crazy. Like my messages be wild and stuff like that, and people just be hitting me up or just be DMing me or inboxing me and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'll let you fuck if I can get on the show. I'm like, ain't even that serious. Just ask me. I'm that damn serious, but it'd be crazy. But
mm,
now I just focus on me. Like I'm just so tuned in what I got going on. And it cost me a lot of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because I would be doing a show and a girl or female would be over here and they're like, dang, you can't pay me no attention. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be with you after I'm done with this. This is important. They're like, well, I'm finna go. And I'm like, well, all right, bye. It's like thing. Like, I'm just to the point that I'm choosing me
mhm,
now. And when you choose you, because you are your greatest investment.
mhm.
And you can't allow people who don't understand, who don't get it, because they mainly just focus on working a job for the rest of their life. And I ain't satisfied with just working a job, no pun intended to the ones who do work a job and want to retire with that 401k. But I'm trying to touch that 401k now.
Exactly.
So that's my mentality, and that's what I'm focused on because
Most people don't even live to see their entire retirement money or 401k.
no,
Especially with me working in healthcare, like, people go, you know what I'm saying? You just never know what'll happen. So you putting all this money into, well, when I'm in my 50s, when I'm in my 60s, and you may not even make it to then.
hell no. And it's $1 billion industry, to keep us down. Like when you sit back and think about just the amount of money that the state accumulate from us dying and going to prison, the numbers are staggering. It's just crazy. And I just had told myself that I'm gonna do everything that I set out to do. Because a lot of times there's nobody that's stopping us. It's truly us. You know what I'm saying? That voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, am I good enough? When I succeed and stuff like that, I just block that shit out because I'm my own worst enemy before my haters and stuff. And I'm fully aware of who don't want me to make it, but I gotta focus on me because it's me versus me
Period.
at the end of the day, and it's vice versa. So that's why I always like just try to encourage people because I can sense just a gifts in certain people, but they always prevent the possibilities of going to the next level because it's uncomfortable
Yeah.
to work and to build yourself and get to the next level because it's sacrifice. Because I sacrificed so much and stuff, but I was happy because just the positive feedback. Because when you go viral, because I went viral on TikTok for the first time, that was great. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's just when you go viral for something positive, using your brain, you actually doing something constructive, man, instead of just being stupid or being idiotic and being just a damn buffoon. Nobody can ever take that away from you, man. And that was just all I needed because they don't see the work. They don't see, you know, you do content too. I ain't gonna say no names, but you do content. But it's just nobody really understands the sleepless nights, the tiring hours, just the stress of just
Wait,
making sure.
work. I was kidding.
but
Or,
but they get the finished product, but they don't understand just what it takes for you to make sure that you keep putting out great content. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. They just think, oh, you just sit down and talk all day. That ain't work. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? You
right.
serious? Hey, it's a lot of work, man. And but it's fun. So it's just my gift, make it look easy, but I work every day. I just never ending thing. But I'm staying out of trouble. I'm staying out of mess. I'm just very disciplined. And when you sit back and think about all the time you wasted on shit and crazy ass people, you
And
you get mad a little bit. You like, man, I could have been doing this shit. Oh, damn, you know what I'm saying? But me just being 36, it's like, oh, I'm almost 40, so I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see myself just being average. And people think average is cool, but we are here to fulfill a purpose. And some of us gonna have to die for us to fulfill our purpose.
hmm
But while I'm alive, I'm gonna put in the work. I'm gonna grind. The world gonna know who I was, cause your name is everything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause nobody would ever have a version like yourself. You know what I'm saying? You original. They can copy, but they can't um, be original. So, but yeah, don't even worry about having a man. You know what I'm saying? You will have a good man one day. You know, I want that for you and stuff. Cause you just so angelic, you know what I'm saying? Just have this aura. Always have that aura about yourself. And I just always love to smile and stuff like that. You just be so sweet, you know, a lot of times. So you'll be okay.
Thank,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you.
Um so besides what you do now, is there any other things you want to pursue, like pathways?
Um, I mean, I would probably say no. I mean, in my heart, I've always wanted to be a forensic technician. Like I've always, like as a kid, just grew up watching CSI Miami, Forensic Files, like, and
Forensic Files, that's my shit. I watch that every night. I'm weird. Like I would watch that like in the dark with the lights off and shit. I'm weird, but it's just something about like the narrator's voice. Like it's just
yes,
calm and chill. And people like, man, you fucking crazy. I'm like, no, but I just love true crime and stuff, and I wanted to go into that as far as like in the show. Wanted to talk about cases and stuff like that, which I'm planning on doing. I just gotta
yeah.
find time for it. But but yeah, I think you should do it. I think you should pursue it because why not? You know, what could it hurt?
I'm just see money management and me go like this.
Hmm.
So I would have to just I don't want to pay for school and be in debt because like I have no debt. I actually just paid off my last like I only had a little bit. Like I was only $2,000 in debt.
Oh,
Which I
that ain't no day. Shit, I don't want to talk about my shit, but
no, I'm
hell no.
I was took like $2,000, and so I just went on and paid it off because I really was just like playing around, like kind of just playing stoppable. And so, so I have like none or anything like that, and it's just like with school, that's I don't want to be like 15, 20,000, quick, boo, boo. So, yeah, I really would love to be a forensic technician. which means like basically testing blood or semen from crimes. Like I don't want to actually go to the crime, just be in the lab. They send it in, I test it, give them the results.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but also like like you just don't know the possibilities of you solving a cold case or a crime because let's say somebody gets killed and they have a suspect, right? And your work or your duty could bring justice to a family
Yeah, that's true.
and get this nigga locked up for life or put him in an electric chair for his crime. But you just you just never know what kind of service that you could provide. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like when people tell me things like that, and they just be like, well, I don't want to get through this, but yeah, like in order for you to do what you want, you're gonna have to spend money. You're gonna have to, study. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to put in that extra mile to get there. But when you get there, you can look back and say, I earned this and stuff like that. Because I just think, I would say, just overall, just this generation, this era that we living in, they just want things to happen overnight. And it doesn't work like that. You
Yeah.
have to put in years. And especially when you're not a snake, it's gonna take you longer because you're willing to, embrace the journey because everything's a journey, and but the journey's beautiful. It's all about your perspective. You know what I'm saying of how you want your journey to go because you're in control of that. You know what I'm saying?
And like I'm not even really worried about the time. Like I know it would probably take like maybe 4 years or something like that. Then depending on what I want to, like let's say I want to specifically be a specialist for blood splatter,
Mm-hmm.
rape kits or whatever. But I think it'd probably take like maybe 2 to 4 years. I'm not so worried about time because that time is gonna pass regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I just see people that being dead, and I just really be feeling, I be feeling bad.
Well, how about when I blow up, and if you get in debt, I will cut you a check.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I want you to pursue your dream because I had somebody that invested in me. So it's my turn to return a favor to somebody because that's all I do. I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I always look out for people and stuff, especially when you're trying to help yourself. Why not? You know, like I can't just sit back and just allow you to have any regrets because whatever we don't pursue, we gonna regret it later because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't pursue it. It was on our mind, and things be in your mind, in your head for a reason, you know. And you have to accept the call. I can't put that on voicemail because it's so easy to get off track, to go astray. It's so easy, and that's why I stay down, 10 toes down, in my shit because it's tough, and it's not easy when you're um have a vision that only you see, but you have to bring it to fruition. Otherwise, it would have been a waste.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really gonna have to shit take it another gear now, cause so we can't just let you be in debt. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to just do what makes you happy, because we live in on borrowed time. So you got to do what Miracle wants to do. You know?
Period.
Yeah,
As you
yeah.
But then I also feel bad because like the whole domestic situation that I was in, like time flew by so fast. Like I didn't even realize it until really this year when I had to sit back and realize I was like, you know what? Major people from URL is still reaching out to me for me to battle. And I'm like, and I'll just look at the battle and I'll be like, oh my God, that was in 2020. Like that was 4 years ago. And it really just makes me happy because it's like they really see my talent, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just think it's sweet because they could have just been like, we didn't try, we didn't reach out to her. Time went by. She not serious. It's other talent, other people that's hungry, other people I could be reaching out to. And I just feel like it's so sweet that they're still like very much on my behind about it. And I just be feeling bad just thinking about all those years. Like, I
Well,
was really.
I think, well, I think you should give it another shot. You gotta do what makes you happy, regardless of how many years it went by. Because I know you ain't lost it. You know,
Right. I
because one
hope
thing,
two phones. This phone and the one that I'm on now, full of punchlines, just full of punchlines. Like every day, like I'll just be chilling, and a punchline will just come to me, and I just like it come to me daily.
yeah, I mean, you gotta exercise. That's a gift. Everybody should. I suck. Like when I tell you, oh, I cannot rap to save my ass. Like I can't freestyle. I never could really do that. Like I made one rap song just to experiment and stuff like that. Like it was fun, but then I was like, man, I ain't doing this shit. I ain't trying to die.
Uh,
I'm Gucci. I ain't trying to die. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's fun though. Just the playback, hearing your voice, and just hearing how I talk and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I sound like that and stuff. So,
like I hate my rap voice. I hate it.
uh, I mean, it's like it's just. I think that's everybody. I think everybody hate their voice, but it's an instrument. It's your um, way to people's souls. You know what I'm saying? But also in a good way, because you have a very confident presence about yourself, and because I watched that one video you was on stage with that one chick, and you was just like attack mode, and I was like, damn, this little person got this big ass voice. That's crazy.
He's so funny when people say,
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just recanting what I saw, but I was just like, yeah, she need to, cause you would go somewhere with cause I would like compare you to how Eve will rap. You
"Oh,
like Eve? Yeah, Eve was cold, man. People slept on Eve like I'll say like the first album, like when she was just like with the Rough Riders and stuff like that. That's
yeah,
what you remind me of. Like you just command attention. But I think you should go back. Well, not what I think. What do you think?
I would like to."
Okay. Well, law of attraction is real. So what comes
Fall on,
out your
fall on the floor. It's on the floor. The opportunity is there. Um, really, they just need to give me a date.
okay. Well, law of attraction is real. So whatever comes out your mouth, because I'm telling you, like manifesting, that shit real. Because a lot of the people that I interviewed, I would just like have a thought, and I was just be like, wow, it would be nice to talk to that person. I think I should bring that person on my show. And then it happened. And and it like freaked me out because I would get these memories of like saying that, oh, I would like to talk to this person, just and then it would happen, and then I just be flabbergasted, like damn, because people just think I have this secret and shit. I don't have no secret. I think it in my head first, and then I say it, and then after that, they reach out to me or they respond back to my messages, and they're like, okay, when you want to do it, and I'm like, oh shit, like, whew, it's just it's amazing, and that's why like I water myself and I water others, and I tell everyone to be careful what comes out your mouth because you just don't know how you can destroy yourself,
Hmm.
but also better yourself because it starts within yourself first before anybody else can see it. It starts within you.
Right.
So you gotta always keep that in mind because anything can happen. Like whatever influencer or actor, celebrity, or big time person, they all started off as an amateur first, and
Exactly.
it's cool to be an amateur. I don't mind being an amateur because I get to learn. I get to sit back. I get to just learn from my mistakes and learn from other people's mistakes until you get to where you need to go, and then you be good.
Hmm.
It should be all right, Miss Lady.
Yes. It's gonna work out for the both
Yeah,
of us.
yeah, yeah. Because I'm not stopping for nobody. Like, because I got to the point I got rid of just so much, like my flaws, the my own self afflicted flaws, but everything else is fixable. And I've been fixing myself and getting into like reading a lot more and just really utilizing my 24 hours. I get up every morning at 5 a.m. and those are the best mornings, well, best time to get up because you is able to enjoy your day a lot better and stuff. So I just make sure that every morning I get up and fix my coffee, watch the news,
Okay.
what I'm saying, read, I'm old, I'm there now, but it's a great routine. It's a nice routine. That's why I was able to do all those episodes because I had to utilize my time better. Allow me to get a lot of work done before I actually went to work. And then a lot of times I would come home from work and just do the show. But throughout the whole day, I would be like researching like my history segments and stuff. I would just research, jot notes down. Then after that, I was just trying to summarize it the best way I can. But it just would all start around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning for me. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Hours, the world is quiet,
Hmm.
You can speak over your day before, the world wake up. So I don't
But
like how
yeah.
my head looks so huge on here.
Hey, you good? Damn, you so funny. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, cause I'm gonna edit some of this and stuff like that, make it real good, put a thumbnail on this and stuff. I really didn't think you would ever talk to me. A lot of people would be scared to get interviewed because they just be so curious about how I will conduct it. But I'm not no messy person. Because if anything, I'm cool vibes. Like ain't nobody got time to be yelling and being all discreet. Like I want to get the real person because we don't really get the time to get to know each other anymore. We just make assumptions and go from there. And I just happy that you trusted me enough to get on here and stuff. I don't know how many of these that you have done before, but I feel so special right
Aw.
now. I do. But yeah, I'm gonna let you get back to your motherly duties, and it was such a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, same. I thank you for having me.
Oh,
You
anytime you want to come back,
know, a lot of my people tuning in. You can get that. It's fine.
anytime you want to come back, just let me know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
All right, well, you have yourself a good night.
You too.
Peace.
Peace.